Have you ever noticed how good vibes only has taken over social media? Like it's a rule, a commandment for life? But what if I told you that this innocent phrase is actually toxic? That beneath the cheerful emojis and smiling selfies, there's a hidden trap that's hurting you more than you realize. Think about it. How often have you scrolled past someone's post, seen their struggles, and felt pressured to just stay positive, to ignore your real feelings? That pressure isn't subtle, it's everywhere. And it is designed to make you feel like your emotions are wrong if they read anything other than happy. Here's the thing. Real life isn't a constant parade of sunshine. Pain, frustration, fear, doubt, they're part of being human. But the good vibes only mentality makes you suppress those emotions. It tells you, feel bad and you're failing. That's dangerous because denial isn't empowerment. It's emotional censorship. Imagine trying to grow, improve, or overcome challenges while pretending everything is perfect. Impossible, right? You can't solve problems you refuse to acknowledge. You can't heal wounds you pretend don't exist. Good vibes only doesn't teach resilience, it teaches avoidance. And here's the kicker. People who preach good vibes only aren't just protecting themselves, they're controlling you too. Social media isn't a neutral space. Every post, every story, every smiling selfie is a subtle message. You're only acceptable if you're positive, cheerful, entertaining, and unbothered. Anything else, unwelcome. Have you ever caught yourself scrolling, comparing, and feeling less than? That's exactly the effect it has. The so-called positive energy is really a mask for judgment. It's exclusion disguised as optimism. And the most shocking part, most people don't even realize they're participating in this trap. Here's why it's so insidious. Emotions are contagious, and social media makes them public, amplified, and curated. When everyone around you is only showing the highlight reel, it creates a distorted reality. You start thinking, why am I not happy all the time? What's wrong with me? But the truth is, nothing's wrong with you. The system is rigged. Let's talk science for a second. Suppressing negative emotions actually makes them stronger. Studies show that ignoring sadness, anger, or anxiety can intensify stress, harm relationships, and even affect your health. Yet, everywhere you look, society says, smile, fake it, and never burden anyone with your real feelings. That's the ugly truth behind good vibes only. And it's not just social media. Think about your own life. Friends, co-workers, family. How often do they really allow space for genuine emotion? Or do they subtly punish vulnerability? Good vibes only has seeped into daily life, shaping the way we interact and even how we see ourselves. You might be asking yourself, is positivity bad? Not at all. There's power in optimism, in focusing on solutions, in celebrating wins. But the problem is when positivity becomes a rule rather than a choice, when it's weaponized to shame, silence, and manipulate. That's where the danger lies. Here's an example. Remember that friend who always posts motivational quotes, never talks about struggles, and gets frustrated when you're upset? That's a classic case. They're not evil. They're caught in the same cycle. But their good vibes only mindset pressures you to perform happiness too. You start censoring yourself, and slowly you forget what it feels like to be fully human. Now imagine a different approach. Imagine being allowed to feel everything, to express frustration, disappointment, grief, and joy equally. That's real resilience. That's emotional intelligence. The irony, people who embrace all emotions, yes, even the negative ones, are the ones who actually radiate positivity that lasts, because their happiness isn't a mask. It's earned. It's authentic. And here, as a little-known truth, suppressing emotions to look positive doesn't just hurt you mentally. It affects your decisions. People who constantly chase good vibes often avoid difficult conversations, procrastinate on important choices, and repeat the same mistakes because they're too afraid to confront discomfort. They're trapped in a loop of superficial optimism. Ask yourself this: how often have you settled for less, avoided conflict, or stayed silent just to maintain peace or appear happy? That's exactly what good vibes only encourages. Not growth, not connection, not authenticity, but avoidance. And it's subtle. So subtle that most people never notice until years later, when resentment, anxiety, or burnout hits. Let's talk influence. Why is this phrase everywhere? Because it sells. Self-help gurus, lifestyle influencers, wellness brands, they profit off your desire to feel accepted, happy, and light. They package positivity as a commodity, while quietly telling you that negative emotions are a liability. You're buying a lifestyle, not a solution. And the social proof is everywhere. Millions of likes, shares, and comments reinforce the idea that happiness is performative, that real people are only valuable if they're cheerful, inspiring, and undistracted by reality. But the ironic truth, the people who thrive aren't those who force smiles, they're those who embrace complexity, struggle openly, and navigate life with authenticity. Think about that. Next time you post a selfie or read a story that screams good vibes only, ask yourself, am I sharing joy or am I performing it? Am I uplifting others or am I contributing to a culture that denies real feelings? That distinction is crucial. It separates growth from stagnation, authenticity from pretense, freedom from constraint. Now, let's be honest. Negative emotions are uncomfortable. They hurt. They make us question ourselves, our relationships, and our choices. But discomfort is where transformation happens. Fear challenges courage. Sadness teaches gratitude. Anger uncovers boundaries. Without these emotions, positivity is shallow. It's hollow. It's a bubble waiting to burst. Here's a story. A woman I know spent years trying to live good vibes only. She smiled, nodded, ignored frustrations, and hid her sadness. She thought this would make her happy. Instead, she ended up isolated, exhausted, and anxious. The moment she allowed herself to feel everything, anger, grief, disappointment, she found real connection, clarity, and inner strength. That's the power of authenticity, and it's universal. Look at history. Every great thinker, creator, or leader faced struggle. Pain was their catalyst, not an obstacle to hide. Imagine if Einstein, Oprah, or Mandela lived by good vibes only. The world would be poorer. Progress doesn't come from pretending everything is fine. It comes from wrestling with reality, learning, adapting, and thriving. Now, I know what you're thinking, but positivity is important. I don't want to dwell on negativity. And that's fair. But here's the difference. Positivity is a choice. Forced positivity is a trap. One is empowering. The other is restrictive. And good vibes only falls squarely in the restrictive camp. So, how do you escape it? Step 1. Allow yourself to feel. Every emotion has value. Step 2. Express it safely. Talk to someone, journal, or create. Step 3. Set boundaries with those who weaponize positivity. You don't need constant smiles around you. Step 4. Remember that authentic joy comes from embracing the full spectrum of experience, not suppressing the hard parts. And here's a paradox. The more you embrace discomfort, the more resilient your positivity becomes. Real joy isn't fragile, it's tested. It's earned through struggle, reflection, and authenticity. That's the opposite of good vibes only. That's human. That's powerful. That's contagious in the right way. Ask yourself, do you want fleeting approval or lasting fulfillment? Do you want social likes or emotional freedom? The choice seems obvious, but culture makes it hard. Good vibes only is marketed as freedom, but it's emotional confinement disguised as optimism. Here's the final truth. Embracing your full emotional range doesn't make you negative. It makes you alive. It makes you strong. It makes you magnetic. People are drawn to authenticity, not masks, to depth, not perfection. And in the long run, that's the kind of energy that transforms your life, relationships, and even your career. So next time you see good vibes only, pause, question it, reflect on whether it serves you or controls you. Your emotions are yours. Every smile, every tear, every frustration, they're valid, they're powerful, they're the real vibes. And once you embrace that truth, the world feels different, richer, deeper, real. Don't hide from your feelings. Don't censor your struggles. Don't perform happiness. Feel everything. Express everything. And watch as the pressure melts away, replaced by genuine strength, clarity, and connection. That is the ugly truth about good vibes, only on the beautiful truths about living fully. Because life isn't about being happy all the time. It's about being real all the time. And here's a secret. The people who master this, who embrace all emotions, who live authentically, they're the ones who inspire, lead, and create the most impact. Not the ones who plastered smiles for the world. The choice is yours. Be authentic or be a performer. So, what's it going to be? Stick with hollow positivity or step into the full spectrum of your humanity? Because once you do, you'll realize real freedom, real power, and real joy have nothing to do with good vibes only. They have everything to do with being unapologetically yourself.